Now, interesting details are emerging from the multi-million rand Nulane investment fraud trial. It's alleged a fraudulent tender was awarded to the Gupta-linked company. The defense is questioning the authenticity of the documents that the state is relying on to prosecute the accused. Today, retired police officer Isaac Bunu, who seized the documents, returns for cross-examination. ENCA reporter Moloko Moloto joins us now with the very latest. Good morning, Moloko. So at the heart of it all is that the defense is now questioning the authenticity of the documents that the state is relying on. Talk to us about this.
That is very true, Mfundo Mabalane. These are the documents that were seized by the members of the Hawks in 2021, specifically by lead investigator Lieutenant Colonel Mtolo. He was working together with Captain Isaac Bunu. He is now retired. So these documents were seized from the offices of the Provincial Agriculture and Rural Development Department because those two had a search and seizure warrant granted by the magistrate. Now, we understand that those documents were allegedly signed by accused number 1, Mr. Peter Tabete, together with accused number 2, Dr. Dimakatso Morosi. These were very senior officials in those departments. At some point, they were heads of department. Now, those documents, obviously, the state wants to use them as part of evidence. So what happened yesterday was that when they were presented before court, so that retired Captain Isaac Bunu could testify about them, the state objected and said, these are not original documents. They were printed from a computer. And essentially, they are questioning their integrity, their authenticity, in that they say that the computer itself could have been tampered with to produce a document perhaps that could favor the case of the state. And they were saying that they want that particular computer these documents were printed from to be subject to some form of forensic analysis. But then one of the documents which was allegedly signed by Mr. Tabete, the state also objected that he could not have signed it because on the day it was signed in Bloemfontein, he was not in town and they have evidence or proof to indicate that he was out of town. But another thing, Mfundo, is that those documents were kept inside a sealed exhibit bag. This is the bag which the police utilizes to keep evidence in so that it is not tampered with. And the defense lawyers are now arguing that that particular bag was actually opened without following the relevant protocols. And as a result, they are questioning the whole chain of line as far as the handling of those particular documents is concerned. Now, they wanted to object to the admission of those documents as evidence before court, and the presiding officer, Nompumelelo Gusha, then decided that she's going to allow those documents onto the record. However, as far as their authenticity and integrity is concerned, that is a decision that she will take at a later stage. We also obviously expect that today Captain Bunu will continue, or retired Captain Bunu will continue with his testimony, and the lead investigator, Lieutenant Colonel Mtolo, is also expected to take to the stand possibly today, and he will be interrogated.
Some very interesting developments there.
Cross-examined, I beg your pardon.
No, thank you very much, Moloko, for that update. Very interesting developments. That's our reporter, Moloko Moloto, who continues to monitor that particular case for us.